Good evening, inflatable fans. It's about 12:15. Quarter past 12? It's about 6:15, I mean, on an early October evening. And I'm down by, I think it's Westwick Block. You can see my car behind me. I'm planning on camping tonight in the car. I'm going for an early morning paddle tomorrow from here. I'm in the Gumotex. Obviously I'm not going to be launching from there, but the idea is to launch from there. In the morning. Now this is the River Ure, and it takes you all the way to Ripon. And on the other side of that embankment there is a weir, and this is a cut that bypasses the weir. It's quite high as a launching point, but doable. And the only real question is can I get away with sleeping here overnight? Or will I have to move the car? Somewhere about half a mile down the road there's somewhere where I could do it. Might actually even be better, because if you can see the car there, it is on a bit of an angle, and I have reversed it in purposefully so that the bed is actually more level, because the bed's at a bit of an angle as it is. Anyway, that's the plan. Let's see how that pans out, eh? The sun is setting over there. It's due to set in about 10 minutes. And I haven't eaten yet, so I still need to cook. Before I cook tea, I just thought I'd have a look around. So, yeah, I'm parked over there. And I think what I might do is, if it gets a bit quieter and all those kind of cars disappear that are near me a bit later on, I might actually move it here, because it's a bit more level and it'll be easy for sleeping. You're not supposed to, but I think in terms of launching the boat tomorrow it'll be easier, because I have to then get the boat over there and then down onto the lock, which is down there. Tonight's culinary delicacy: stewed steak and mash. Hey look, I also brought pudding. I'm sporting this head torch beanie hat tonight that was sent to me by Ever to try out. Quite handy actually. It's shining quite a bit of light on proceedings. If I put my hand over the light, you can see. God, that's not bad, is it? Pretty good, plus it's keeping my head warm. Winner, winner. Right, it's just coming up to 8 PM. I've moved my car so that the bed's a bit more level. Hopefully I won't have any bother here. It's been a lovely night so far. Stars, absolutely glorious. And I'm going to watch some episodes of Frasier that I've got stashed on my phone until I feel sleepy, and then get out early doors for a paddle. Right, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, inflatable fans. Well, I slept all right in there. A lot more space now, considering I'm using a smaller kayak. The Gumotex and the Go Plus are great in here. As much as I love the Story kayak, it does take up an awful lot of space in the car. Anyway, it's about 6:30 in the morning. Sun up in about an hour. It's time to make some coffee, get set up, and get on the water. Quite excited. Let's go! All right, I'm on the water. Let's get paddling. And we're off. So as I said yesterday, this is the River Ure. So I'm just going to have a nice steady paddle today. Probably for an hour or so. Maybe 2. See how far we get. And then cook some breakfast somewhere, hopefully. Pull up somewhere and cook breakfast. Bah. Bah. Ah. I don't think I speak sheep quite as well as I do cow. Anyway, this all looks very pleasant up ahead. You might be able to see the trees are starting to yellow. Autumn is definitely upon us. However, and if you look at the way I'm dressed, for early October, it has been unseasonably warm. It's been 20 degrees for the last 2 or 3 days, which is why I was itching to get out, because this might be an end of season car and kayak trip. Don't know yet. I'm definitely intending to get out on the water a lot more during the winter months. Obviously not when it's freezing. Just because I want to see what it's like, really. And by the time I upload this, I think it'll probably be about November time. Okay, so we're just leaving the cut now. And in that direction down there, that's where there's a weir. So we're not going in that direction. But that's why this cut exists, to bypass the weir. Looks nice though, doesn't it? Looking forward to this. Wonder if we'll get as far as Ripon. Just look at those reflections in the water. See, this is why I come out early. Because it's just quieter and prettier. Yeah. It's quite good to be giving this Gumotex another solo paddle, another solo tryout. It works really well in the car because it just packs down so small. So in terms of it not taking up any of my bed space and being encroaching at all, it's really good. I really like that. Well, he came out of nowhere. Professionals on the waters this morning. That was a surprise. Well, that all looks very lovely, doesn't it? And I think what we'll find is, yes, that's actually Newby Hall. As I say, you can see these trees all starting to turn. And on the plus side, what that means is Selby Canal will be navigable again very soon as all the weed dies back. And what that also means is I'll be able to get on and I'll be able to get onto Portaging Canal for the first time once the weeds die back on there too. Foamy. There's been quite a lot of rainfall this last week. which is why I think we're just encountering a little bit of foam now. It's not had much of an effect on the current on the Ure here, thankfully. It really is lovely out here. It's very quiet and peaceful. And actually, if I was looking for somewhere to pull up and cook breakfast, I could probably do it on this bank here because it looks like it slopes in. But now's not the time. Tell you what, it's just nice to be out and there's been no wind. Last couple of times I've been out, like the tandem paddle with Rob, and then when I was on my own at the Go Plus on the Derwent, it was 15, 16, 17 mile an hour wind. Today the forecast isn't for no more than 5 or 6, which makes for a much more amenable paddle. Bit of a cloudy day today. Forecast is for cloud. However, it does look like there might be some blue sky up there. Fingers crossed we get a bit of sun, eh? Here's hoping. Right, let's get moving. Wow, I mean, this really opens up here. Morning. Not close to your line, am I? Sorry? I'm not close to your line. No, right. Thank you. Looking at that sky behind me, we might end up having a bit brighter day than was originally forecast. Can hear a goose. And again, we're back to beautiful reflections. I kind of don't want to paddle and disturb the noise, disturb it with the noise of paddling. Well, if I'm not mistaken, this sign that's coming up here is the split for Ripon Canal. Yeah, I've just had a chat with the excuse me, just had a chat with the dog walker on the bank, and he said yes, this is Ripon Canal. So down there, that's the Ure. We're going that way. And there's a lock. Question is it one where I can get out and move the boat? There's only one way to find out. Right, let's go and have a look and see what the situation is. Well, it's not too far to carry the boat. So basically, I'd be putting back in there, and it's moored just down there. Never done this before. First time for everything, I guess. Let's do this. Well, that all went pretty well. So I've still got hold of this mooring line here, which is keeping me tied up to the bank. And the other one, I don't think you can see it from there. Let's see if we can lift that up. The other one's still tied at the back, and that's what helped me get in. Just over there, there's a really nice kind of table and bench, and I did contemplate cooking breakfast here. But there's another lock further up. Might as well do it there. There's another paddler up ahead. I wonder if it's that guy that passed me earlier. I think it is, actually. Going at the clappers, isn't he? We meet again.
Yeah, I got that where it ends a little bit in the...
Right. So it seems he's done a few little portages on his way. He said he's got as far as where it ends. I don't know where he put in actually, because he came up behind me. And he can't have gone up the weir of that Western Gate lock. Oh, I can't remember the name of that lock where I dropped in. When you look at it here, it looks like it's been very similar to Selby Canal in terms of there being a lot of weed and a lot of growth that's now dying back. And I'm liking this because it's giving me an indicator what I said earlier about Selby Canal and Pocklington Canal being more navigable. Good news! Isn't this a cute little bridge? Yes, Renton's Bridge. Very narrow. You can see why those cars were struggling with it. Morning. Right. Couple of swans up there. Look like they're foraging for their breakfast. At least at this time of year, you don't have to worry about them protecting their young, which can sometimes be a bit daunting. Looks like there's some work going on here. Yeah, definitely big works. I think that's a little marina or boat yard or something. I've seen it on the map. Quite large actually. Oh, we've got another bridge coming up. Ripon Motorboat Club. Now I think in my paddle on the Ure when I went from Boroughbridge, I passed some moorings just outside Boroughbridge for a Ripon motorboat. And here we've got another lovely little bridge, Nicholson's Bridge. So up ahead over there is the outskirts of Ripon itself. And I think this one, this lock here, will be known as Breakfast Lock. Oh yeah! So we've got the lock here on the left, and then to the right we've got Ripon Waterside and Marina. All the way around here, the mooring area is quite high, and the mooring rings, mooring pins, they're quite a space apart actually. There are also quite a lot of midges here because of the tree coverage and growth, undergrowth down there, and because it's damp and warm. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paddle back to that other lock because I liked it there, and I'm going to cook breakfast there. Just a nice chat with those gentlemen out for a meander. As for me, it's breakfast time. I think it's time to time lapse. Oh look, there's a narrowboat coming in. It's all good. Oh yeah. Well, that's filled a hole. Enjoyed that. And it's quite good watching that canal boat go through the lock too. I've seen quite a lot on YouTube channels, but I've never actually seen one for real. So I think what I'm going to do now is, once I've got myself comfortable, that's better, is I'm going to put the camera in hyperlapse for the journey back. Just to give you one of my top tips, paddle leash. If you've got a paddle leash to your boat, it's quite an easy thing just to tie it around one of these while you sort yourself out. Very handy thing to have. So while I just bring this in, I'll just do a few shout outs. Hi Brad, how you doing? Mark, Mart, Claire, and all the new subscribers and all the old subscribers. In fact, all the lovely subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and following along, it's great. And of course this channel wouldn't be the same without oldest friend and roadkill Rob. who joined me on some of my little adventures. Right, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. You know what to do. If you like what I'm doing on the channel, subscribe and hit that bell notification, and then when you open up YouTube, if I've uploaded another video, you'll get a notification. And you won't want to miss out now would you? Alright, you take care of yourself. Oh, I'm dying here. You take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Cheerio.